Hey guys, what's up? It's GVKcollectibles, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Lost Tribe again, but this time we're going to be taking a look at Scout Predator from Neca Toys. Alright guys, so as I said in the video intro, today we're going to be taking a look at the Predator 2 Ultimate Scout Predator from the 30th anniversary of Predator 2 with this wonderful box art done by Tristan Jones, the same gentleman who did the Lost Predator as well. It's really cool, a lot of cool things. I really love how it's like this kind of, he's a sniper. I really love that. I really like the Scout Predator. This is actually kind of one of the Scout Predators I was really excited for because I really love the mask, because it is essentially the OG Predator mask. And it's also, you got a lot of cool things. You got Yutani, not Weyland-Yutani, but Yutani before they merged became Weyland-Yutani, which is really cool. Little detail I think they put in. Then you get the side here with Predator 2 and the 30th anniversary. And let's go to the other side real quick. And you get the Predator 2, number 2. This is the second one in the Ultimate 30th Anniversary series from Neca, of course. And you get a little cool little read-up of the Scout Predator. I will actually, let's see. Hold on, let me get a close-up of it. Well, no, I will probably get some footage of it up close so you guys can see and read the backstory of this guy. It's really cool of what they've done for this guy in particular, because he's to sum it up, he's actually comes from he's a specific side breed of Yaochua, which is really cool. But I also the face sculpt, it's very unique and very different comparative, and he's also the only because he had to lived on this island that was very like harsh on Yaochua Prime, so he custom built like plasma weapons, which he was allowed to use as in the Lost Tribe, and he was also it's his own custom built one. So with that, here he is in the packaging, which is really cool. I really dig the look. It comes with a lot of accessories. I think the favorite one, the one I'm looking forward to, is clearly this rifle. And when they announced this, I was very excited because it reminded me of the kind of the spear rifle, I think, from the AVP games from back in the day. I don't know which one. It was one of the ones that I think Monolith did. Those of you who don't know, Monolith was they're the people who did the Fear series. They did Fear 1 and 2, and they're the subsequent expansions for, I think, both those, I believe. But you get a really cool shot. So yeah, and then you get the bottom, which I think is always a good. Then you get the bottom with all the credits, which is a really good feature, I think, with these, so you can credit to the people who've worked on the sculpting and like the art and everything. I think it's a really cool thing that Neca has done to really credit their artists and everything. And they've been doing it for a long time, but it's like something I've now really appreciated, because like sculpting figures is really it's an art form in itself. So with that out of the way, without me gamming any longer, let's get the Scout Predator out of the packaging. Here we have the Ultimate Scout Predator out of the packaging. Man, I think this guy may actually top for as my favorite Predator in the Lost Tribe so far. Like, it may top the Lost Predator, and I love that figure. There's a lot of cool features with this figure, like, once again, the newer additions, like the plasma rifle, the long-range plasma rifle is really cool, and of it being able to extend a lot. He comes with a lot of accessories, way more than I thought he was going to come with, a lot more than the Lost Predator did. But like, man, the unique. Also, another thing on top of it is the unique face sculpt. I actually really love the Scout Predator. I love its design because it's essentially just putting the traditional helmet on the on like with the Predator 2 armor, and the Predator 2 armor is really cool. I really like this style of armor. Comparative. As I said, he comes with a lot of accessories. His paint apps are really good. Mine does have a problem with the way some of it feels a little loose, but like I don't see it as big of a hindrance. But like, man, there's a lot of like great things with this figure, and like this is just me talking first impressions out of the packaging, and I think it is wonderful. I had a little time to play with it, loosen up the joints a little, and it looks phenomenal. Like absolutely in love with the plasma rifle right there. So, but before we get like into the finer details of the Predator himself, the Scout, I should say himself, let's take a look at accessories. He comes with a lot of accessories. And the last Predator, he comes with a lot of accessories. So the first two I think I wanted to point out, we'll work up our way to what I think is the coolest ones. Is we got these. We got the throwing disc, of course. Very similar to the Lost and these. Oh God, what is it? The City Hunter Predator? City Hunters is has a lot more kind of copper kind of look to it, a lot more tannish. This one's a lot more silvery to kind of give it a kind of a unique and different look, which is very weird and cool. Well, not weird. I think it's really cool actually how each Predator within the Lost Tribe is actually really unique and really different compared to each other. It isn't like something like the Scar Clan or even like Broken Tusk Clan from the AVP comics, of where they're relatively, the armor and everything and weaponry looks relatively same. We do get that with these Predators, but they also have their own unique weapons and stuff. So we got those. We also, once again, like I think a lot of the Lost Predators, with the exception of the Lost Predator himself, and he comes with a bow staff, which looks really, really cool. I mean, I think this is practically the same bow staff they have been using for a bit, but it is uniquely different, once again, as comparative to the Lost Predator. I mean, not the Lost Predator, the City Hunter, the Jungle Hunter. City Hunter. Oh my God, I can't. It's getting all my Predators confused. But unlike the City Hunter, which I think was like a lot more. There's a lot more kind of. Once again, it's kind of a copper kind of tone color to it, which really works for that Predator. This, it's like you got a lot of brown right here, and then you got a lot of like you get the kind of brown. It's like kind of a brownish silver look to it. I want to say bronze almost. Look, which looks really, really cool. I won't have them displayed with this, but it is a really, real cool feature that Neca had this too with it. And it also, like with the the City Hunter, he does come with a collapsed one too, which looks really, really good and really detailed. He does come with several different hands. He comes with these are the main two ones that he has some open hands and a kind of closed hand for the bow staff, and he also has a kind of closed hand too, which you guys have seen, like right here, for the new stuff. So let's get on to some of the new stuff, because we've been talking about kind of the older kind of stuff. So the first thing I want us to talk about is the rifle. This is a plasma rifle. It's kind of like a sniper rifle. It looks super cool, well detailed. It has a really cool kind of silver paint. It's not just like one flat silver. There's a lot of dry brushing in here. I'm not sure, like kind of like gunmetal almost, I think. But like you get like silvers here and there. I don't know if they'll show up well on the camera, but it looks really, really cool, really, really fantastic. Also, another thing too, a cool feature is if you're kind of concerned about storage, it can fold up too, which is really cool. And it also comes with this, which I assume is a collapsed version of said not pulse rifle, the sniper rifle, the plasma rifle, I should say. Which looks really, really cool, really well detailed, I think. Once again, the same. And another thing I wanted to point out, also, he comes with a plasma caster. Also, he comes with a unique effect, which is completely different comparative to the City Hunters. So this one's the City Hunters, this one's the Scout Predator, which is really, really cool. I like how they gave a diverse paint job to each of these. Like, I kind of like this one a little bit more than this one, but this one I think, as always, it works more for the City Hunter. But this looks really, really cool and really, really unique and different, I think. I like the colors, like especially the red at the bottom and where the oranges and the whites looks really, really cool. Then the final caveat, I think, is the new head sculpt, which looks really, really cool. I wasn't sure about it at first with the production photos, but ultimately getting in a hand and seeing it, the head sculpt looks really, really cool. So I'm going to do, here's the Scout Predator, and here's the Jungle Hunter. So I mainly picked these two because it's essentially kind of supposed to be kind of a similar Predator, but you do notice that the mandibles are completely different in a unique way, where the mandibles are actually kind of facing upward, as opposed to the kind of like side, like this, like the traditional Predator, which is really, really cool, and I think it's really unique for this particular Predator. And I don't think, even the Jungle Hunter, the City Hunter, is the exact same. It's very much like this, how his jaw is. So this is a completely uniquely different sculpt in comparison. I really like it. I had it posed with him, of course, when we were showing off the figure, but I don't know. I'm debating. Do I want to have him with his helmet on, or do I want to have him with his this maskless face? Because this face looks absolutely amazing. I think Neca did. Whoever was the sculptor on this, I'll give you credit when I'll there'll be a little thing to see who sculpted, but man, it just looks phenomenal. I really love the face sculpt. Also, sorry if I sound a little down. I have a little cold because it's the winter now. So with that, with all the accessories out of the way, let's get to the Scout Predator himself. Here's the Scout, as I said, and I really love, as I said, I have nothing but good things to say about like the sculpt and the paint detail on this guy. Like, I love the helmet. Like, the helmet is essentially the Jungle Hunter Predator. I'll show you in a minute. It's practically the same helmet, but at the same time, this one has a lot of cool kind of dry brushing on it, like kind of black dry brushing to make it like make it cool, make it different and unique. I really like that about the figure itself. It looks really, really cool. Once again, the armor, I think I said before, the armor is essentially the Jungle Hunter. I mean, not the Jungle Hunter, City Hunter Predator. Sorry if I keep getting those two mixed up together. I know they're completely different characters, but they're both hunters, so that's why. But like, it's the City Hunter's armor, which I really, really like. I love the City Hunter armor. It looks really, really good. A lot of great detail, but it isn't. I like how it is. Like, it has its own kind of unique coloring to it. Like, you got silver here and there, and like with the black dry brushing, which looks really, really phenomenal. Also, the body. Once again, I ultimately thought this was just essentially the Jungle Hunter Predator, but it's not. It actually has a unique patterning style, which is really, really cool. I think very unique, very different, as especially within the lore that they've done. NECA's done and written for. This particular predator is like a Yautja is a subspecies, so it is like a specific one that's like grown up on this island, essentially, that is very hostile. So it's like a very hostile living conditions for this predator, which looks really, really cool. Also, another thing to note, unlike the City Hunter, it has like this kind of cloth here, which is sculpted, has a really kind of cool brown dry brushing. Then you get the plasma, not the plasma poster. Also, another thing I wanted to mention too is the gauntlets. Gauntlets look really cool. This one is essentially looks like the exact, with a few changes here and there. Looks similar enough to the City Hunter, but this one looks actually really, really cool. It's the exact same, but it also, his blades are kind of like, they look like they're heated, like the Jungle Hunter does in the first Predator movie when he's fighting Arnold, which looks really, really cool. Once again, really good calves. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot bad I can say. Also, here's the plasma caster. As always, if you do want to pose them with the plasma caster out, it works pretty much like the other, like the City Hunter and even the Batman v Predator. It just moves like that. Actually, no, that one's actually on the plasma caster, but like, it moves around like that. It has pretty good range of motion. So yeah, with that out of the way, and I have nothing really bad to say of how this figure looks. I think it looks absolutely phenomenal. Of how it looks, the head sculpt's really great, and even the let's even get a little close. Like, the paint apps on this guy look really, really phenomenal, really unique and really different. I really like what NECA has been doing with these predators. They've been really expanding like the lore with them, which I really, really enjoy. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's get in. Alright, so with the Scout Predator can look up really good, like about normally for a regular Predator figure. He can look down really good. He has a ab crunch, of course, which can move a little. I don't want to move it too far. He also has a waist. He swivels at the bottom because this is a completely different joint right here. His arms move out that far, which is pretty good. He has double jointed elbows, which is really, really good. Once again, as always, the blades can move in and out. As always, not too ridiculously far. Oh, sorry if I can get that on camera again. But yeah. Also, another thing to note, like the what is it? The detonator also opens too, which is really, really good. And you can also replace this, which is really, really cool. Legs can move out that far, go back that far, which is really impressive, and they could actually go out a decent size amount, which I really like. And also that double jointed knees, and you just get a little bit of ankle ankle articulation. So the articulation's pretty good. I think this is essentially a retooled, not retooled, but I think it is essentially the same City Hunter mold, but it looks really, really good and works really good. Once again, my only complaint with mine is, like, the kind of looseness here. But, like, it's, for me, it's not like, I don't feel like it's going to come out at any point, which is good. So, with that out of the way, let's get into, oh my god, sorry guys. Let's get into some size comparisons and see what he scales with. Here we have him compared to some other figures from different companies. Of course, we have the Batman from Dark Knight's Metal from McFarlane. We have the Wicked Cool Toys, or aka Jazzwares, Master Chief. And, of course, the Black Series Din Djarin, aka The Mandalorian, from Hasbro, and you know what, he scales about pretty good. I love the comparison between him and Batman and Master Chief, because these two just look really cool together. And I also like, once again, this is a 6-inch figure, so it is kind of on the smaller scale, but these guys are kind of the 7-inch. This was supposedly a 6.5-inch figure, but it's a hell of a lot bigger. But yeah, these are from some different companies. Once again, I love the Batman scale. He is compared to some other Predators, including some of his Lost Tribe brethren, the City Hunter and the Lost Predator, and also compared him to the OG Jungle Hunter, because it makes sense, because just the helmet's a big influence, and you know, it's really cool to have all three of these guys together. I can't wait for the rest of the line to come out. As I said, I'm really looking forward to the updated Elder, and many, like the Guardian, the Stalker, they all look really, really cool. I think the Stalker one is the one with a big freaking hand cannon, so it's going to be really, really fun to see that one. Overall thoughts on the the Scout Predator, of course, my bad, he's a really cool figure. Like, he's really, really well done. The accessories he comes with, including the Scout, the plasma rifle, are just amazing. He looks really, really good. I think Neca has been doing a great job with these 30th anniversary retoolings of the Lost Tribe, of course. I can't wait for more of the series. I mean, one of my complaints is my loose, kind of like the loose waist swivel, as you guys saw in video, but ultimately that's just a minor complaint. Other than that, he stands up pretty well. He looks awesome. Like, once again, the accessories he comes with look really, really great. But the head sculpt, the new head sculpt, looks incredible, I think. And I'm probably going to have him pose like this, because he is a sniper, and he's a reconnaissance kind of predator, which I really, really like. I love the lore and backstory that they've ultimately given throughout the whole, really the whole, like, series, the whole line, too. Like, and they it's really cool of what they've done, I think, ultimately, with these Predator figures, and I really hope to see them continue doing this with the rest of the line. So, with that being said, I hope you guys had enjoyed the video. I hope you guys hit like and subscribe, hit the little bell notification so you get notified when videos like figure reviews, Mythical Out Monday, and of course What's in the Box Wednesdays come out. Make sure to check us out on Instagram, me at GVKcollectibles, and Jack's Pop Guy, of course, respectively, and also check out our Mercari shops too. We got a lot of cool stuff on there. Jack's Pop Guy has a lot of cool Funko Pops. I've been putting up a lot of cool some of my older NECA stuff that I don't really want to have anymore. Mainly just duplicates of Godzilla stuff, and a lot of cool Black Series stuff too, if you are interested. And I think with that out of the way, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and hopefully your holiday, or December, I guess, is going good so far. So with that out of the way, peace.